Parents, let's be real for a second. Raising a 4 to 6-year-old can feel like trying to juggle flaming swords while riding a roller coaster. One minute, they're sweet and cuddly. The next, they're throwing a tantrum over not getting the cookie they want. Do you ever wonder what the heck is going on in their little minds? And how you can possibly keep up with all those questions, emotions, and mini meltdowns? Well, you're not alone. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what's happening in that busy brain of theirs and give you practical, science-backed strategies that'll make your life a whole lot easier. We'll dive into how to deal with their big emotions, teach them important social skills, and set boundaries that actually work, all while keeping the fun in parenting. I'm Fatima, a child and adolescent psychologist. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll feel like you've got this whole raising a little human thing down. Let's jump in. First off, let's talk about their brain. At this stage, your child's brain is like a sponge. It's soaking up everything around them. Between ages 4 and 6, their cognitive abilities are skyrocketing. They're learning to form longer sentences, recognize letters, and even start to understand basic math concepts. It's truly a critical time for their development. For example, at age 4, they'll likely be able to count up to 10. By age 6, they might know how to count by twos, recognize simple shapes, and maybe even do basic addition. So if you're wondering why they're always asking why or how, this is the golden age of curiosity. But this cognitive growth isn't just about numbers or reading. It's also about their growing ability to handle emotions in social situations. Suddenly, they're understanding feelings like empathy. They might say, "Mom, are you okay?" when they see you upset. Or they might share their toys more willingly. Well, sometimes. Take a moment. Think about your child. What are some things they've been asking you a lot lately? Is it about how the world works, or do they like to ask big emotional questions? Drop a comment and let us know. Here's a biggie. Emotions. We all know that kids in this age range can go from happy to "I'm not getting in that car seat" in less than a second. And no, it's not just because they're being dramatic. It's part of their emotional development. Between ages 4 and 6, your child is learning to regulate their emotions, but they don't have the tools to manage intense feelings just yet. Think about it. If you were learning how to deal with frustration, sadness, or anger for the first time, it would probably be a little messy too, right? So what can you do? First off, give them the space to feel those emotions. When they throw a tantrum or act out, it's not just a bad behavior. It's their brain still figuring out how to process and express feelings. Example, if your child is upset because they can't have that extra cookie, instead of immediately scolding them, get down to their level, look them in the eye and say, "I understand you really want that cookie, but right now, we can't have it." Let's talk about why the key here is acknowledgement. If you validate their feelings, they'll learn to express themselves in a healthier way. Think about a recent time when your child had a meltdown. How did you handle it? Was there a moment where you could have shown a little more empathy? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's talk about social skills. By now, your 4 to 6-year-old is becoming a mini social expert. They're learning how to share, how to take turns, and how to cooperate with others in play. But let's be real. They're still figuring out the difference between being a leader and being bossy. Here's where things get tricky. You'll see them start to develop friendships, but sometimes those friendships come with drama. They might fight over toys or argue about who gets to pick the game. But don't worry. This is totally normal and part of the learning process. What you can do as a parent is teach them conflict resolution. Instead of stepping in and solving the problem for them, guide them. For example, "I see you two are fighting over the toy. What can we do to share it?" Let them brainstorm solutions. This teaches them to problem solve and develop empathy for their friends. Example, think of it like teaching them to play "Let's share the toy" rather than "You're right, you get the toy." Both are wins, but one leads to a better long-term lesson. When was the last time you saw your child share or solve a conflict on their own? Were you surprised by their response? Tell me about it in the comments below. Before we continue, don't forget to hit the like button. Now, let's tackle a topic we all dread: discipline. It's essential, but it's also one of those tricky areas where a lot of parents feel lost. You want to set clear rules and boundaries, but you don't want to crush their spirit, right? Here's the key: positive discipline. Instead of focusing on punishment, focus on teaching and guiding your child. Praise them for the good behaviors you want to see more of. And when they slip up, calmly explain why their behavior wasn't okay and what they can do differently next time. Example: imagine your child throws a tantrum in a store because they can't have a toy. Instead of yelling, "Stop that right now," get on their level and say, "I know you're upset. It's hard when you can't get what you want. Let's take a deep breath together and I'll help you calm down." Then, later, praise them for calming down. "I'm so proud of you for taking a deep breath when you were feeling upset." What's your go-to discipline strategy when things get tough? Is it more about redirection or setting firm limits? Share your tips with me in the comments. Here's the fun part: play. If you want your 4 to 6-year-old to grow emotionally, socially, and cognitively, the best thing you can do is encourage them to play. That's right. Playing isn't just for fun. It's actually how kids learn about the world around them. Through play, children develop creativity, problem-solving skills, language abilities, and even emotional intelligence. Think about it. When your child is playing with blocks, they're practicing fine motor skills. When they're pretending to be a doctor, they're learning empathy and how to handle new situations. And the best part? You don't need a fancy toy to make play meaningful. Simple activities like building a fort, coloring together, or playing pretend games teach your child to think critically and manage their emotions. Example: let's say your child is playing a game where they're the boss of a pretend restaurant. They have to plan, order, and serve their customers. They're learning about planning, sharing, and even handling frustration when the toy stove doesn't work the way they want it to. What kind of imaginative play do you notice your child doing most often? Are they into superheroes or more like cooking chef mode? Comment below and let's compare notes. One last thing, and it's a biggie: sleep. We all know kids need it, but here's the thing. Between 4 to 6, their sleep habits can get a little tricky. They might resist naps, stay up too late, or even have a hard time falling asleep. But here's the deal: consistent sleep is crucial for their brain development. Without enough rest, they can become more irritable, struggle to concentrate, and have a harder time managing their emotions. So, what can you do? Set a bedtime routine and stick to it. Make sure they have a calm, relaxing routine before bed. No screen time, no sugar-filled snacks, just reading a book or winding down. A cool, quiet, and dark room also helps them sleep better. Example: if your child refuses to sleep, try a bedtime story, soft music, and a nightlight if needed. Over time, this routine will help them feel secure and relaxed, making sleep easier for both of you. So, there you have it: the ultimate guide to parenting your 4 to 6-year-old. From understanding their developing brain to setting healthy boundaries to making the most of play, it's all about being patient and consistent. Parenting isn't about being perfect. It's about being present and learning alongside your child. And remember, no matter what challenges come your way, you've got this. You're doing an amazing job. Before we wrap up, I want you to think about one thing you'll do today to connect with your child. Whether it's playing a game, talking about their day, or just giving them a big hug. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more science-based parenting tips. You got this, parents.